Hi there, Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Florida, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. If you're new here, please don't forget to like and follow me on Facebook, as well as follow me on Pinterest and subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? As you join, if you're watching live, please say hello. Let me know where you're joining me from. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. It was a busy day here in the Roque household yesterday, but we had lots of fun. We played games, had lots of yummy food. I'm still enjoying the yummy food, and I made a caramel pecan turtle cheesecake and pecan pie, and I can't wait to have some after this. I had both yesterday, and I wasn't even ashamed. I'll probably have both today too. Little pieces, but they're so good. I was really happy with how they turned out. So I did a little Christmas shopping today. Man, you really can't get Christmas deals like you used to, because by now, if you wait until the day after Christmas, everything's pretty much picked over. You have to get everything like mid-December, early December, when they really start doing the Christmas deals, because I waited and I figured, oh, everything will be really good. I really didn't find a lot. It seemed like most of the good stuff was pretty much gone. I guess I should have gone shopping a few weeks ago, but oh well. That's all right. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and you're, really busy with family and maybe doing some shopping, using up gift cards or Christmas money, doing lots of fun things. So hi, Leslie. Thanks for joining me. It's actually kind of chilly here in Florida. I know most of the country is really experiencing a lot of cold weather, but for Florida, it's pretty cold. It's in the, it's 45 degrees right now. You had a nice Christmas, Roberta? Oh, you're glad it's over. Oh, no. Yeah, we used to go with Nana and go Christmas shopping. It was so much fun. I remember we used to get up like super early and we'd go to the mall, and it was a zoo all the time, and we would always have so much fun like going shopping and stuff. But this morning I slept in. I don't think I got out of bed till 10 o'clock. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I was really enjoying it. So, all right. Well, I have a few reminders. As you guys know, the new mini catalog is coming up in Sale-A-Bration. Everybody is getting really excited about it. I'm sure you've seen, I know I've seen on social media like Facebook and Pinterest, other demonstrators are posting projects with some of the new stuff, and I'm going to do a project today with one of the new stamp sets from the mini catalog, as well as tying in some products that are retiring too. So your water fountain froze with icicles, Leslie? Oh my gosh. I did see something on the news that there was somebody in Florida who, with all the freezing temperatures, it made it look like a winter wonderland, like a frozen winter wonderland in their backyard. Hi, Sue. I made 20 calendars and 20 new gnome tags for your coworkers. Wow, that's great, Roberta. They probably love that. All right, so let me flip the camera around and I'll go over a few things, and then I'll make our little project here. I got a new phone. I don't know if you guys can tell. It looks better to me. But my son's Christmas present was my Christmas present, because we gave him my old phone and I got a newer phone. He's 11, so he was happy to have a phone, period. We weren't going to get him a phone for a while, but he's getting to that age where he kind of needs one if he has sports games and stuff and needs to get a hold of us. He was borrowing a friend's phone to call us. So, all right. Hi, Julie from North Dakota. How cold is it for you? I bet you have tons of snow out there. In North Dakota, I heard so many stories. I worked with people who were stationed when they were in the military in North Dakota, and they said you would have to leave your car running when you went to the grocery store because otherwise it would freeze over. Is that true? Let's see. All right, so this is what I want to talk about real quick before we get started on our project. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to kind of do this for the next, probably this week and next week while the new catalogs are coming up, just so you don't forget all these important dates. So on the 4th, that's a big day. That is a Wednesday, I believe, next week. January 4th. So the last chance products, that's the last day to get that stuff. By now, you guys have probably all kind of gone through and gotten everything that you want. But if you didn't, be sure to take advantage of that before January 4th, because that will be the last day that you can get retiring products at up to 60% off. January 4th is also the last day to get this fitting florets collection. So if you don't remember this had the paper, I think the paper, the little rhinestones, and the Christmas set, which is that framed and festive. Those three were limited and were while supplies last. I know these are no longer available. I'm not sure about the paper and the stamp set. But this bundle, this framed florets bundle with the dies, will be carrying over. So those other three, if they're still available, which I think it's just now the framed and festive and maybe the paper, that stamp set and paper, those January 4th will be the last day to get those two, okay? And then the July through December catalog, this one right here, this one is also going away. So anything that's in this catalog, you have until January 4th to order. That'll be the last day to order from that catalog, okay? And then my product share offering, that'll be the last day to sign up, is January 4th as well. So if you're interested in product shares, I'm doing a ribbon share, a paper share, and then a deluxe share, which is ribbon and paper. So just head over to stampcampwithjen.com and you can look up product shares and you'll see all the details right there. Cloudy Southern Oregon. Hi, Jean. Are you getting a lot of that crazy weather like they're having in Seattle? I keep hearing about like ice storms and snow and all kinds of crazy stuff out there. All right, and then January 5th, which is that Thursday, is when Sale-A-Bration begins. So January 5th, and it will end on February 28th. So you have about 2 months of Sale-A-Bration, okay? So get your wish list ready and get ready to earn those freebies, okay? And then also, that's when the January through April mini catalog, that's when you'll be able to order from this catalog, okay? So January 4th is the last day for this catalog. January 5th is the first day for this catalog for my visual people, okay? I hope that helps. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I got a little lazy and I haven't pre-made my project. I usually have one made and ready to go to show you before we get started, but I actually made these for my craft shows this year, or not for my craft shows, I made them for my customers, and I think I did sell some at my craft shows too. And so I don't have one that's already made. I have a bunch of pieces that are cut so I can show you how to put it together, and then you'll just see what it looks like at the end. So that's what we're gonna go with right now. So we're making a desktop calendar. Let me get that stamp set. I thought I had it out here so I can show you. Oh my goodness. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I told you I'm kind of all over the place with the holidays. I thought I had this ready to go. Oh, one thing I do want to mention. So in this project, we use these gnome dies and the Playful Piggy dies. So we're going to use this little grass die from the Playful Piggy dies here. These are on the clearance rack right now. So if you, yeah, I know, right, Roberta? It's Christmas. I don't know. It's weird that I'm acting kind of lazy, right? So this little grass strip is in those Playful Piggy dies, and these are on the clearance rack right now, and I think they're 60% off. So if you haven't gotten these yet, I would highly suggest getting those. I love coordinating with the products, and I always regret not getting dies and then later on wish I would have gotten them. So don't be like me, don't have any regrets, and make sure you get those dies. And then these gnome dies we're using today, we're using this one. It cuts out a little girl, and if I can find the stamp set, that would be great. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, it's right here. Okay, it's in my box. So this is the stamp set. This is from the new mini catalog, okay? So this stamp set is in here. This is one that you'll be able to order on January 5th, okay? I love this stamp set so much. It's so, so cute. So we're actually going to use this little gnome today, the little girl here, and then we're going to use the phrase, there's no one better than you. I thought that was such a cute little calendar saying, and just to let somebody know you're thinking about them and how great you think they are. So we're going to use that. Now, one thing I want to say about these dies, so these initially Stampin' Up! Had said, oh, we're gonna retire them. And then I guess, I don't know what happened. They changed their minds, which is good because that means you have more time to order them. So these are actually going to be available with the new mini catalog, but these are going to be one of those items that's while supplies last. So these aren't guaranteed to last through April. So if you haven't ordered these dies yet, I highly recommend it because you will be able to cut out the stamps in this set with these gnome dies as well, okay? So make sure to order these if you haven't already, okay? Because once they're gone, they're gonna be gone, okay? Once the supply runs out, it's gonna be done. All right, so, and then the retiring paper, let's see here. So, I've made a few projects with this paper. You guys know I love it. This Host. This is that Celebrate Everything Host Designer Series paper. It's 159913. This is one that you can get with a $150 purchase. So you use your Stampin' Rewards to claim these, okay? So what we're going to use, there's this little pattern. It looks kind of like clouds. We're going to use this. I blur up for you, Roberta. Oh, it might be your internet connection. I know sometimes or it could be my internet connection if I'm slowing down. It shouldn't be my internet connection though, because my parents very graciously bought us a Wi-Fi booster. So our internet has been a lot better, and I just connected my phone. So hopefully that will help with that. So let me know if it continues, Roberta, but hopefully nobody else is having that issue, okay? All right, so this is the little pattern we're using for the background. It has it looks like little clouds, and on the back you can see it looks like fireworks. I love this paper so much because it really does celebrate all the holidays throughout the year. And again, this one is only available through January 4th or while supplies last. So I don't know, everybody. Let us know if Roberta's the only one that is noticing the blur. I want to know if it's her or if it's me. We won't be offended. We need to know if anybody else is experiencing the blur. Okay. So we're using some of our awesome in colors. This is the Fresh Freesia card base. It's cut down to 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored in half. I'm just going to take my bone folder here. Not having any blurry. Oh, I'm sorry, Roberta. It sounds like it might be you. It's you, not me. Maybe try turning your phone off and turning it back on. I don't know. All right, so we folded that in half, kind of it's just like a regular card base, like a top folding card base, okay? And then we have this little piece that's like a W shape. And this piece measures 3 by 4 inches. And I've already pre-scored it, but I'm just gonna bring my Simply Scored scoring tool in to show you exactly where it should be scored. And don't mind these, they don't really go together. So this will be scored at a 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, and 2 1/2, okay? And they're already pre-scored. All right, 1/2, 1 1/2, 2 1/2. Thank you, everybody, for trying to help Roberta. Yeah, Roberta, maybe close your app on your iPad and then open it back up and see if that helps. Sometimes that works. Okay, so then this little piece, we're gonna make a little W. So you're gonna fold it in half on that middle score line. And then the bottom ones, we're gonna fold up and we're gonna score those. So it's gonna look kind of like a W shape like that, okay? Good suggestion, Jean, thank you. All right, so yeah, so you really wanna get a nice burnish, but it's gonna look like that, like a little W shape, okay? And we're gonna put this one to the side for now. I'm actually gonna do that later. We're just gonna build everything, because if we put this in now, it'll be a little chunky and bumpy on the bottom. We don't want that. We want flat and easy to put together. All right, so this piece, I actually took some of this Parakeet Party. I love this color. I remember my friend Veronica that's on my team, she first saw this and was like, oh, I hate that color. It's so ugly. What would you do with it? And then the more you know, you see people use it, she's like, I really like this color, actually. And I honestly, when Halloween came around, I thought it was such a cool color. It's almost like a neon green color. I really like it. So I took, I believe it was about a 1/2 inch strip by 4 inches. And I took that die from these Playful Piggy dies, that little grass die here, and I just die cut that out to make grass. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some liquid glue here. And it always helps if I can find it. Oh, I don't have it out. But if you have your silicone craft mat, if you're worried about making a big mess, that is always a good thing to have. I think mine's buried in one of my boxes over here that I still haven't unpacked from Stamp Camp 2 weeks ago. I told you guys I got kind of lazy after Stamp Camp and everything. I went into Christmas mode and I haven't really been making much in my craft room because I've been watching Christmas movies and doing Christmas shopping and being kind of lazy. So with the clouds, the right side up, like, you know, you can see the little humps like they're clouds in the sky. You're just gonna line that piece right along that edge so it looks like the grass at the bottom there. And then use your finger and kind of smooth that out. All I did was, I think you guys saw, but I'll just go over it again. I have more pieces cut out because I'm gonna make a bunch of these to use for next year. But you just take a little line of liquid glue on that section that's kind of flat in the middle there. You don't have to do the blades of grass because they're so small that they're not gonna like bubble up or anything. They'll lay pretty flat against your paper. Okay. All right, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that evenly towards the top of our card base so that you have a frame around that top section right there. And I'm gonna use my personal favorite, Stampin' Seal Plus. I like it because it has kind of a stronger hold, and so I use it a lot, especially being in a humid state in Florida. I'm always worried about the humidity getting to my projects and kind of loosening the glue, so I like to use the stronger glue and adhesive. All right, and then excuse me, our little green background here, which we would normally put one of our tear-off calendars on here, but since 2023 is almost over, I am going to leave that off, and I'm just going to put this piece on and leave it blank for next year. So when I get my 2024 calendars, I can put those on here and sell them at craft shows. Did I watch? No, Roberta, I saw the commercial for that Rockette one, and I really wanted to watch it. Was that a good one? It looked really cute. We cut cable probably about a year or so ago, so we have a lot of streaming services, and we use Xfinity, and with Xfinity they have Peacock, which is free for us, and Peacock just recently added the Hallmark channel on right before Christmas, so now I can watch all the Hallmark Christmas movies. I was so excited about that. So I've been watching a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies. I love them. They're so cute. Okay, so this is the little gnome. Okay, I'm going to show you briefly how I colored her, but I saw her little freckles and I thought making her a redhead was just the right thing for this. So I'm going to show you how I did her hair and her clothes and everything. Really, the hair is the only thing that you need to do a little bit of shading. It kind of looks like a little red or like strawberry blonde-ish color. And then I just tied in the fresh freesia with the little collar and sleeves and shoes and her little flower. And then I made the hat pool party like the background up there. So we're going to put her right here, but I'm going to show you real quick how I colored her. I have, as you can see, I have a bunch of these ready to go. I die cut a ton of them, and I sat in my car one day when I was waiting to pick Ethan up from school, and I was coloring them in my car, trying to keep busy. So So I stamped her from, again, this is from that Friendly Gnomes, and this is a photopolymer stamp set. So you'll be able to see right through when you put it on the block and everything. You can see the little girl right there. Okay, I just stamped that using the Tuxedo Black Memento ink onto basic white cardstock, and then I die cut it with, again, the Gnomes dies here. I die cut it, and this one with a longer hat die cuts her out perfectly, okay? So that's what I did for that. So you're all caught up. I've done that already off camera. You don't have to watch me. I think you guys all know how to die cut. And if you don't, I mean, I'm more than happy to show you if you need the help, but I think you guys, for the most part, you know. Okay, so these are all the colors we're using. And again, this will be in the supply list. I'll try to make like a little visual to make it easier to see all the stuff on the blog post when I post it. So we're using Calypso Coral Light and Poppy Parade Light. Those two are for her hair. This Daffodil Delight, you can barely see it, but that's for the middle of the flower, okay? This Fresh Freesia Light is what I used for her flower, collar, her shoes, and her sleeves right there. And then this Light 900, oops, the Light 900 is what I used for her skin. And then I did Fresh Freesia, and then the Pool Party is her little hat and her, I guess, apron. So I can do this real quick just to show you guys. It won't take too long. I know coloring is not everybody's favorite thing to watch, but here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. So you're gonna kind of see what they both look like side by side. So we're gonna do the skin. Again, that's that light, oh, you can't see it because it's too close, but the Light 900 marker. And I'm doing her little hands and then her face. And you'll see it come to life. It's so cool to watch when you color something, it go from just so boring and plain black and white to like it comes alive. All right, so now this is that Light Daffodil Delight. Hi, Kay, welcome. Did you have a Merry Christmas? That's all we did was that center of the flower. And then the Light Fresh Freesia. We're gonna do her sleeves here on both sides. And then these little, I don't know what these little circles are. It's like a little button for her shoes, I guess. And then the center, or maybe it's like her socks, like a little dangly thing on her socks. Oh, good, I'm so glad. All right, and then the Smoky Slate, we're gonna use, oh, I didn't do her little lapel thing up here. So anytime I make a project, I really, if I have to color, I really just try to match the colors of whatever designer series paper I'm using. All right, and then the Smoky Slate is her little shoes. Hi, Diana, thanks for joining us. So I've been wondering, and I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but what's the difference between a troll and a gnome? There was some Netflix movie, I was telling my mom about this the other day. There's some Netflix movie called Trolls, and I was watching, I mean, trolls aren't as cute, I guess. But aren't they kind of similar? I don't know. But we watched this movie called Troll on Netflix. It's very interesting. Oh, and the Fresh Freesia flower. It's kind of weird. It's in, it's like a Norwegian movie, but it's on Netflix, and it kind of popped up one day and we sat down and watched it. It's very interesting. But that made me kind of think, like, are trolls and gnomes kind of similar, or are they different? I don't know. What do you guys think? And now for the pool party, we're just going to go here and color the little apron. And I'm going to use the fine tip because there's so many fine little areas around her hair. I don't want to give her blue hair. Trolls have crazy hair and gnomes have hats. Could be. I don't know. It's not a trick question. It's not a riddle. I'm genuinely curious what you guys think. It's not like a joke or anything. Like, oh, this is it. Ba-bum bum. No, I have no idea. It just made me kind of wonder, like, what's the big difference? Trolls always seem grumpy too. Like if you watch a show or like a cartoon or something, trolls always seem like they're grouchy and grumpy, where I guess gnomes are more like chipper and cheerful. They always seem like it anyway. Trolls live, oh yeah. Maybe they live under bridges because they're so grouchy. I don't know. All right, so we're just using this fine tip to go around the hat. And I know this is a little tedious. Hopefully you guys don't fall asleep. Hopefully my troll gnome debate is keeping you actively engaged. All right, so I just went around the edges there, and then I'm using this brush tip to kind of speed up the process. And my brush tip is all funky because I've used it forever. All right, so now for the hair. Gnomes, they do look like Smurfs. I always look at these, our gnome stuff, and I think it looks like a Smurf. All right, so for the light Poppy Parade, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my point tip here, and I'm basically just kind of going where the curves are in her hair and just kind of highlighting little areas. And that kind of helps add the red color for her hair. And then we're gonna go over it with light Calypso Coral and just kind of fill everything in. Now, when you color with Stampin' Blends, when you color over another color, like how we just did the Poppy Parade, it will bring out, like it kind of livens up the color again, and it brings out that color and blends it in with everything because they're alcohol based. So it will pull the alcohol from the other color and blend the two together to kind of give you that shaded look. So if you've ever wondered how that works, that's what it is. It's just, you got to color over the other color, and it won't dye your marker tip or anything. It just kind of helps blend the two together. The alcohol does. And there we go. That's how we did our little gnome chica. Okay. So the rest of it's pretty straightforward, okay? So I'm gonna put her over here. So this one, we are going to, I can't remember if I popped her up or not. Yes, I did. I did. So I'm gonna get some Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so funny. We played this game for our holiday party called Don't Eat Santa. And you have a little carousel that you have people spin to win prizes, and if they land on Santa, then they're out. But one of the little dividers, I put sheets of dimensionals in it, and everybody went crazy when they would land on the dimensionals. They were so excited. They're like, oh my gosh, I got dimensionals. I was laughing because I was like, I didn't realize dimensionals were like gold, but apparently they are. Everybody was so excited when they got dimensionals to take home. So I thought that was kind of funny. You just never know what everybody likes and what they'll think is so cool. Oh, let's kind of zoom out a little bit so I'm not right on top of what I'm doing here. So we're just going to line up our little Smurf friend towards that left-hand side. So it looks like she's standing in the grass. Now we're going to take that There's Gnome One Better Than You, and it is really crooked. It's going to drive me crazy. There we go. So I have a scrap piece of basic white here, and we're going to use the Fresh Freesia pad. And we're just going to stamp kind of in the middle a little bit. I love this Fresh Freesia color. It's so pretty for spring. I'm starting to get in that spring vibe. Oh my gosh, you guys, I saw Easter stuff when I was out shopping today. I couldn't believe it. I think it was a little too soon. So we're gonna use our cloud punch, and we're just gonna line this up. So you can kind of see it lines up the gnome and the better kind of line up on either side. You just punch that out. I always punch things upside down so I can make sure it's all lined up and I can see what I'm doing. We're also gonna pop this guy up right here. Just add some dimensionals. Are you guys excited about the new catalog? There's a lot of good stuff. I can't wait. I've already got another order I'm working on. Lots of cool stuff. All right, so then this cloud, we're just gonna kind of put it up in the air to the right here, kind of center it between her and the edge, but make it towards the top there. Isn't that so cute? And like I said, normally right now you'd put the little calendar on here, you'd attach it. I'd put some Seal Plus and attach it there, but I'm saving these for next year, so I'm just gonna leave that blank for right now. Now our little W piece, we're gonna bring that back in and we're gonna grab some tear and tape. And on these little flaps here, we're gonna put a strip of tear and tape on each side. Right there. I usually I get those calendars from Tailored Expressions, and I ordered them like in July or something crazy. I should have waited because I think I want to say like October, they had them like 30% off, which they're really not that expensive. They're like $4 for 10 or something, and I usually use their little crafty points and get a discount too, but if you can wait, I think they usually have a good deal on them. So I'm gonna remove the backing from one side and I'm gonna put the sticky side down, and it's just enough where it'll have a little bit of a border on each the left and right side, and then I usually don't put it right up against the bottom, and that way it won't like really stick out that there's something in the middle here. So you just have a little bit of a border all the way around that bottom and those two sides. And then I'm gonna take the other piece of tear and tape and we're just gonna slap that top part down and use our fingers to really reinforce it. And now you have a little calendar that stands up all on its own on a desk. And it has that little piece, and you can actually fold it flat and put it in an envelope. Grab an envelope so I can show you. But you can actually, like if you wanted to mail one to a friend, you could stick it in an envelope and mail it to a friend. So pretty cool, right? All right, guys. Well, that was my little project for today. I will have this on my blog either Tuesday or Wednesday, but if you're signed up to receive my blog posts in your inbox, you'll see it in your inbox whenever I post it. Like I said, I've been a little lazy. It's Christmas break, so this one might not get out until Wednesday, but I'll definitely have it out within the next day or two. So let me know what you think. If you like this one, give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know in the comments below, okay? I'd love to know what you guys think, okay? And I hope that the coloring demonstration kind of helped too. I know it can be kind of overwhelming. Some people really don't like to color, but that's all right. I try to make it pretty simple, so you can kind of try it out and see what you think, okay? All right, guys. Well, until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye. Enjoy your break.